Alright guys, major updates in the Buzzbee, Jay-Z, Alex Spiro saga, major updates, new court filings. Hey guys, it's Murali, daily and consistent content, and let's get straight into this video where it's been announced via Buzzbee that two new lawyers, guys, I repeat, have joined the R-word lawsuit against Jay-Z, and they're representing not only the woman suing but also Tony Busby. It's not uncommon for plaintiffs to get more lawyers, but I'm not sure I've seen the lawyers also represent another lawyer on this case. What does this mean? Please take notice that Mark P. Ressler of this particular firm, an attorney admitted to practice in the court, hereby enters an appearance as counsel for plaintiff Jane Doe, and also the attorney Anthony G. Busby. And also, again, please take notice that Veronica is also joining as well. So the question really is here as to why Busby is getting legal representation as well. Is it because things are about to get ugly for him? Is it because he has violated some rules and therefore needs some kind of representation? Is it because he also is facing sanction threats by Alex Spiro from what they were saying in recent court filings, and therefore he wants to prevent these sanctions, and in doing so he's getting his own legal advice, his own legal lawyers, something to guide him as well in this storm? It's very intriguing as to why, we've seen this. I just don't understand. Not only that, but the attorneys tonight have filed an opposition to Alex Spiro's motion for sanctions. This is probably what it is. I believe my predictions could be right. But of course, plaintiff and her counsel, Anthony G. Busby, and the Busby law firm respectfully submit this, saying that Carter's motions amounts to an outrageous and unprecedented attempt to silence a plaintiff who alleges that 24 years ago, when she was 13 years old, defendants Carter and Combs R-worded her. Carter's celebrity status does not entitle him to special treatment by the courts, and certainly not on the mere so of his lawyers, as this court has recognized. And therefore, these lawyers are coming in to kind of back up Busby, saying relying solely on what his lawyers say are inaccurate details in plaintiff's accounts of this horrific assault. Carter also asked this court to ignore the federal rules of civil procedure, and as a sanction for what his lawyers falsely say was Busby's failure to investigate, summarily dismiss plaintiff's well-pleaded FAC is an entirety, which would run roughshod over her right to take discovery and prove her claims before a jury. This is basically what these two lawyers are saying. Veronica and Mark are both, I can't even speak. Veronica and Mark have basically both joined. And so, I want to know what this developing matter basically means, because if we look at this particular post, this website article, I want to bring you guys to this, which is the next topic, but obviously related to the same stuff. A legal analyst is basically saying that Jay-Z's extortion allegations are falling flat, and that if you look into a deep dive into Tony Busby's demand letter and the legal stakes ahead, it's pretty forward for Jay-Z to claim extortion from this normal, practical letter. So we obviously have, other legal analysts coming into play here. So there's a lot more people coming in. And so I just want to know why this is happening, what's about to happen. Is this going to get ugly? Is Busby asking for legal reps because things are about to get bad for him, or things are about to get even more bad for Spiro and Jay-Z? Now, if you want to just read what this legal analyst is saying, yes, Jay-Z's team has every right to present a vigorous defense, but claiming Busby's approach is extortionary seems to stretch credibility. Time will tell how the courts respond to these allegations, especially considering the presiding judge already admonished Jay-Z's legal counsel for prior courtroom conduct. Aligning your arguments closely with the court's expectations typically yields better outcomes. Hinging your defense on an overreaching extortion claim could immediately backfire if the court deems it a baseless gambit. So, he's really basically saying that all of this falls flat. It doesn't make sense. And considering the fact that they've already been told off by Annalisa Torres, Spiro and Jay-Z have both been told off. They're basically, playing a rough game here. Why would you sit here and claim extortion? Why would you sit here and claim all of this stuff, when you're already on the bad side of Annalisa Torres, and yet this is basically a practical letter that is sent from many lawyers. Perhaps it could have been worded slightly different, but of course a practical letter that is sent during all of this litigation. This is the stuff that is normally sent. So why are you sitting here claiming extortion? It's a dramatic, it's an overreach, and I think Annalisa Torres will look back at this and say, Spiro, I've already told you off once, what are you doing? And you should be on the side of Annalisa Torres. That is how you basically get the answers that you want, the results that you want. So I think this is definitely a gamble. 110%. And, you know, it's not looking good if legal analysts are coming out here to say that, you know, these extortion claims are falling flat, which means that this lawsuit that Jay-Z is claiming of defamation and extortion most likely is going to get dismissed, is basically how I see it. I don't know when this is going to be announced. Perhaps this or next week, I've been told. But of course, the main crux, which is the Jane Doe case, I believe is going to be announced mid-February to March. There were dates as to when things are going to be submitted and announced. And we're going to see what Annalisa says about that as well. So this is definitely something one to watch, 110%, guys. One to watch indeed. Not only this, guys, but Alex Spiro is really not having a great time because he is facing a huge slapdown, another slapdown in regards to the Eric Adams docket, where Judge Ho has denied his motions for sanctions for leaking, and notes that Damian Williams is mostly about state government needing reform. So is his website directed at running for Arbery with Lawler and Torres? So, you know, again, we have Judge Ho denying his motion for sanctions. Now, this is what he's also asking for Busby, sanctions. I feel like he's playing the same game with two different cases when really and truly every case is subjective. Let's be a little bit more individualistic here, because how are you asking for sanctions from the Eric Adams case and the judge has denied that? And it looks like Annalisa Torres is going to probably look at what Spiro is doing with the Busby case and deny those sanctions as well that he's asking for. Of course, the judges maybe not work together, but they oversee each other's cases and know what's going on. And of course, Judge Torres is going to be like, wait, Judge Ho has denied the sanctions that Spiro is asking. Spiro is also asking that here. It's also pretty dramatic. We're going to deny that here as well. So I don't understand what's going on with Spiro and Jay-Z. I don't understand this forward 100 miles an hour attack, very much of an attack that they are having as a response to the Jane Doe claims. Clearly, Judge Torres doesn't like it. She's already told of Spiro once before. So why are you being dramatic and claiming, you know, extortion? The fact that Busby was even saying, we will give you the identity, Jay-Z, if you come for the mediation, but yet you're still here in the PR saying, oh, I need an identity, woe is me, woe is me. You were offered the identity, beloved, in a practical litigation letter. You were literally offered all of that. So it's very, very odd the way Jay-Z and Alex Spiro are moving. But what I'm saying is, if we're looking at the Eric Adams case, which is a little bit more forward and has more updates, we can see that Spiro is simply not winning in that case, is continuously facing slapdowns over there, been told off by Judge Ho over there as well, and also stability in the court. Those same patterns are happening here as well. If the asking motion for sanctions has been denied over there, beloved, is probably going to be denied over here as well. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Do subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and give this video a thumbs up. Some major updates in this Jay-Z Busby case have been submitted today. I honestly thought that all of this would have waited until February, but I had honestly forgotten that there was a separate case of extortion and defamation that Jay-Z is arguing. So there's that for us to worry about as well. So much litigation, so many court filings, so much for us to get through. Like, just 2 lawsuits within itself I was covering in my previous video, which you guys should definitely check out. It's going to be linked over here in this video somewhere. But yes, a lot is happening. Do subscribe, comment down below, and I'll catch you guys soon. Do send us super thanks. I would really appreciate it. They go a long way. There's a $sign there. You can send whatever you want. Definitely click that button and subscribe, guys. Let's get to 400,000 subscribers. We can do it. We can do it, guys, and I would appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video.